What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video we're talking Tri-Nations. The final round takes off on Saturday. The Wallabies taking on the Argentines, trying to do the impossible and take the Tri-Nations title away from the All Blacks. Big task to do it. The Wallabies need a win by 101 points if they are wanting to become the 2020 Tri-Nations champions. If Argentina won it, they need a win by 93 points. It just goes to show how much having points in a game is so important. So we're looking at this weekend going to the All Blacks, but a final game to hopefully entertain us, because we've seen ups and we have also seen downs of the 2020 Tri-Nations tournament. It started off with a bang. All Blacks dominating the Wallabies, getting a record win. Then the next week, the Wallabies beating the All Blacks, followed by an Argentine win over the All Blacks for the very first time, making history, creating memories, creating another shocking moment in sport, but what a great one it was. Then after that, we saw a draw between Argentina and Australia, 16-all. And then this past weekend, the All Blacks dominated Argentina. Now, unfortunately, the downside of the tournament is the recent news of Pablo Montero being sacked as Argentinian rugby captain after tweets had come back to haunt him from 2011 when they were touring South Africa and he had made a racist comment. Therefore, Argentina rugby are against racism, xenophobia, etc., and have taken the captaincy away. Argentina are without 3 star players this weekend as they take on the Wallabies. There was a lot of excitement for this one because we thought we could see a game like a final. We thought the All Blacks were out. But one thing you can never do in the sport of rugby, especially when the All Blacks are around, is count them out or write them off, because they always manage to come back and silence the haters. They lost 2 games in a row for the first time since 2011. Do you honestly think they would have lost 3 in a row? Definitely not. And did you really think they would have lost 2 in a row to Argentina? Look, rugby brings us a lot of excitement and entertainment and some quality special moments. We've seen it all in this tournament, just by Australia going from a record defeat to beating the All Blacks. Argentina doing the unthinkable and the impossible by beating the All Blacks. Now, yes, 101 is a big score. And the last time Australia got over 100 was against Namibia in 2003. I think it was 146 or something. But obviously Namibia are completely different to Argentina. And what we've seen from Argentina recently has been pure class. Obviously last weekend wasn't a great memory for them, but they had made so many changes. They had done things a little bit differently. I understand why Coach Mario did it, is because the All Blacks would have studied this previous team that beat them. They would have studied what they did to the Wallabies, especially because they used the exact same team. I think Sanchez was only missing. So for me, mixing things up, introducing new blood to an All Black squad where they're not quite sure who or how these guys are going to play, I thought was a very smart move, but unfortunately it didn't work. The experience, the quality, and the absolute dire passion from the All Blacks and the comebacks of this team took them to the next level, and therefore pretty much giving them the Tri-Nations trophy. I think we thought it was going to be a lot closer. I think there was a lot of people, myself definitely, knowing the All Blacks were going to win, but we didn't think by so much. It was a boring game. It was just one-sided. It just wasn't entertaining, and we unfortunately couldn't see Argentina produce what they produced just 2 weeks ago. But now this weekend is different. Why I say it's different is because Argentina will be hurting. They will be hurting for the loss of their captain, the disappointment of what has just been going around, and the shadow it's going to cast over this team. The pressure is never going to be more intense than it is going to be this weekend. Because just like that, with an unfortunate and silly comment like that can take away the greatness of 2 weeks ago. and highlight it with just pure negativity, which is unfortunate. I hope for the sake of the sport this weekend is a quality game. Because let's not forget, by three individuals' behaviour, which was unacceptable, you can't punish the rest of the team because they didn't do it. And therefore, we need to give this Argentinian team the opportunity to go prove a point. They could be hurting, which means they could get dominated. Or they're going to use that hurt and the negativity that they've been faced, especially with the late great Maradona's passing. You know, Argentina's been getting a lot of flack for not giving a great tribute like what the All Blacks did just last week. So there's a lot running on this Argentinian squad, and they could use that as motivation to get them through, to get them over that hurdle. Look, they're definitely not going to win by 93 points, but they could end this tournament on a positive note by beating the Australians and getting a good position in second place, which will be a phenomenal achievement. Yes, the guys are gone and it's highlighted, but you can't forget what that team achieved. It wasn't Pablo Montero who got them over the line 2.5 weeks ago. Yes, he had a phenomenal leadership moment where he showed his passion and he told the ref off. But it was Nicolas Sanchez who kept his cool and kicked the points and scored the try. It was Mario Ledesma who coached his team into that phenomenal win. All they need is to take that momentum and that attitude and positivity and bring it on into this game. Remove the negativity, remove the hatred, and just focus on this weekend. Australia, also a team that's had a great moment, that have done the unthinkable, beating New Zealand. Who would have thought? You know, yes, they got the draw, but they've had a very tough year. Obviously, the financial situations, Raylene Castle, Israel Folau's story still lurking behind them. It's just not been a good year. And the fact that they beat the All Blacks is a great, great achievement. And if they too can beat Argentina convincingly and get the necessary points needed to seal the deal in second place, then hey, anything is possible. And then they can still take their hat off for what they achieved. It's a rebuilding phase. This year has been so confusing and has taken so much from us. All we can do is learn and grow and move forward. So take the positives from this year, both Argentina and Australia, and move it into the next year where they can really hit the ground running and show the world what they're made of. Fans around the world, watch this game because you love the sport. Don't watch this game thinking, oh, this still happened. Those boys are punished. They have apologized. They regret what they did, but it still doesn't change what they did. But still, we cannot cast this dark shadow over on these youngsters and these other players who have given their absolute all, who have achieved phenomenal success in this Tri-Nations tournament. And I'm not talking just Argentina, I'm talking Australia as well. Use that momentum forward and take it with them into the power to silence the critics and to give us a game that the fans want. Get close. Score a crap lot of points to make it not think of, oh, crikey, Australia need 101 and Argentina need 93. Just get freaking 40 and 50 and then you're even closer. Think of the game, focus on the game, and focus on ending the tournament on a good note. The last team to win in the Tri-Nations will be one of these two teams. I don't see a draw. I see a win. But forget about the negativity and focus on the game because the game is what's important. So can Australia do the unthinkable? Probably not. Can Argentina do it? Probably not. But they can walk away with their heads held high in pride of the achievements that they've achieved, the success that they've achieved, and also ending the tournament on a positive note. That's what they need to focus on. Forget about Tuesday's story. Focus on the important thing, and that is the love of the game. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all real soon for another one. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.